Hello, this is the Willamette River on very high tide. What do you see? Do you ever see those little spirals happen in the river near you? Okay. Nana Anna. My heart is heavy today. And what can you tell me? Dear Kelly, we want to describe what goes on in your mind between describing your question, intention, and then listening. So what happens is, first of all, I usually channel when I'm upset about something. I always have something to work on that I need their help with. And how do we decide what we need to work on? It doesn't feel good, right? There's an ache, a pain, a hurt, a fear, something, right? So identify that and pay attention to the frequency of it, acknowledge it, and then immediately surround it with white light and love and go, I'm going to hold space for this thing that doesn't feel good in my mind, my feeling mind, and I'm going to pause and take a breath and ask for a different definition so that my heart feels better about it. That's me programming my mind and my matrix, is to go to the source of the thought feeling and address it. Say, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't like how this feels. I want to either get this out of my life in a way that doesn't bring me karma, or I want to look at it differently so that I'm no longer bothered by it. And then I guess I have a trust that there is going to be a solution immediately. And then I listen. And over time, the answers came in the beginning very slowly, as pictures, as synchronicities, as coincidences with conversations with people. Trust, feeling good, reflecting on the solutions that I see a week later and which one feels the best and when did that show up? When did that idea come to me? And I go, I channeled that solution. Did I find a solution better than what I was thinking were my initial solutions? If I found a better solution than my initial solutions after praying about it, then it worked. So that's what I do. I pray and I listen, and then I acknowledge the answer came eventually. And if you do it enough, it becomes a skill. So I'm really good at finding solutions. The problem is I have a lot of density that I'm unconscious of that's holding me back. And I think I have more than the average problems to deal with. Like a little money and then kids constantly with attitude and needs, and I'm tired and I'm not disciplined. That's basically my life. So when did you stop talking and when did I start talking? Dear Kelly, I don't think I ever said anything yet. Well, you were also reflecting today on how you don't want to repeat your mother's, life of being a single mom and working and then having a lot of mental, emotional struggles from that. You really wanted to avoid that. That was kind of why you decided never to work. You were like, feel like that's an albatross. 'Cause it's like a seagull, but it's also a really long wingspan. I know, I saw one recently. So you don't want to repeat what your mom did. So you're like, I'm not going to work because working and having kids is way too hard. Okay, but that decision that you made to not work because you think it was the ruin of your mom, that was one way of looking at it, and it did teach you for a period about stress and the importance of stress. Where are these guys? What do you think those are? I can't tell. But now you're realizing that you can work as a single mom. Actually, you can. You just need to be really disciplined and organized, and you can do that as long as you have an anchor and accountability to stay focused. And so that's where you're at in your journey right now, is to understand the tools of the game so that when you're ready on all levels to move, you have the plan, you know how to use the tools, you got your team. So all this time has been training. This has all been like a new version of the mystery schools. Okay, yes, all of the light workers are having new mystery schools show up, and they're going to call in tribe that has contracts to work with them. So you don't really have to worry about marketing. It's just, especially with social media, it's like effortless marketing. You just got to trust that if people aren't showing up, it means you have more refining to do because your product isn't ready for market yet. That's how I feel. I'm not ready, but I have to focus on it because that's my bliss. My bliss is saying channel, just channel and take care of the kids. Keep the kids' hearts open. That's what they said. I did not know what that meant. Keep the kids' hearts open. So at first they said eye contact, massage. That's why I started doing all the foot massages at night. They love it. I think it is. I think it's what's keeping us. Kamark doesn't like any of it. She doesn't need touch at all. Oh my gosh. She's like, why are you hugging me? But the boys are like, can you massage my shoulders? Can you massage my feet? Can you scratch my back? I don't do all this stuff. They eat it up. So that's good. That's easy. That's simple. It's getting us through. Kelly, so as you contemplate your challenges, your knowledge, your history, your feelings, your relationships, your toxins, your toxic behaviors, your toxic mindset, just keep breathing and trust that it's all unfolding. Your only job is to be present so that you can have a multi-dimensional experience of what's going on, because it's richer that way. Okay, you're not trying to hustle to the top of a mountain where you arrive and all of a sudden you get a bunch of medals put on you. Okay, that's like that teaches you about competition, right? Go read that book about the lady who studied mothering and parenting and community raising of children. That lady that wrote that book, you'll figure it out. Go read that book and think about, absorb this gift-giving society mindset. because you cannot go wrong. It's the way out of patriarchy, is to understand a communal way of living. And Kelly, the more that you study that, look at this water. What does that mean? It's just so crazy. I know there's little dragons swimming down there. I think that's my answer to all these swirls. I've never seen this before. Are you kidding? Look at that. Who ever saw? This is not a tide thing. Just don't tell me that. I know the Willamette is wonky with its tide, but that's not what this is. Don't tell me that. So integration happens without effort. Your job is to focus on integrity and anchoring all these good habits, Kel. You have plenty of habits you need to anchor. Okay? Much love. Namaste.